Hey guys, thanks for tuning in. Before we get started in today's video, don't forget to join our free Facebook community, get real answers to real credit questions, learn from some of the experts in our industry, as well as from other people that are in similar situations that are taking advantage of the free content and improving their credit and making their credit situation better. Hope to see you guys on the inside.
Hello and welcome back to the Credit Agent Show. My name is Michael, and on today's special episode, we're going to be discussing some tips to help you get on into the new year with some good credit. So on today's episode, we're going to be taking a look at how you can take advantage of those credit card rewards while still avoiding the pitfalls. These are things such as making your payments on time, which is a super important thing you want to make sure to do because that is detrimental to your credit score. Getting the lowest interest rates possible, which will save you so much money in the long run. Not forgetting to make those payments and teaching you how to set up auto pay and things of that nature. And also not neglecting the importance of credit monitoring services. So let's dive on in. So kind of starting off with the first major benefit of all credit cards is taking advantage of those rewards. Now, if you already have a credit card, you might have actually gotten that credit card through the pretense of the types of rewards that it is offering. So depending on the type of card, for example, let's just throw in a travel card here, you can really take advantage of those miles you'll be racking up if you're going and visiting family during times of like holiday seasons and things like that. So if you're planning on traveling and booking flights, you want to make sure you take advantage of those credit card rewards in this case and actually purchase those tickets with that card itself. Now, you still want to make sure you're well within the range of around 7% of that utilization rate when it comes to your billing period. So make sure you pay those balances down and don't leave those balances hanging for too long. Otherwise, you could actually see your credit score drop. But you still want to make sure you take advantage of those rewards because at the end of the day, that's a big part of why we choose our credit cards. So another super common reward type for credit cards is going to be cashback cards. Now, that's also the most common, and when it comes to getting cashback, you actually want to make sure with your credit card lender the types of purchases you can make to qualify for those cash back on those purchases. So if you have a general cash back where the majority of your purchases can be ranged within that percentage, you can do things like going out and buying groceries is a really good one to start racking up those purchases, but still maintaining kind of that utilization rate to maximize the reward benefit from that credit card. So some of the examples when it comes to the top reward cards I have here listed, and this is according to creditcard.com. And these are going to be 3 of the most common types of credit cards to apply for in January. So we have the Blue Cash Preferred Card, American Express, which is kind of recommended for a credit score of around 670 to 850. So if you have a very good credit score, you may qualify for a card like this. And this includes 6% cash back at any U.S. supermarkets on top of a $6,000 per year in purchases. There is also a bonus of $300 after you spend $3,000 within the first 6 months. That's $3,000. That is a huge benefit to this card, as well as a $0 entry fee. So if you're somebody who really wants to make sure they're not having to pay to get that credit card, a $0 entry fee will be perfect for you. And then $95 after the first year, and that is going to be yearly. So if you want a credit card that you're not having to pay for yearly, this might not be the credit card for you, but it does have a lot of rewards that you can kind of weigh and consider when it comes to that yearly annual fee if that's a big deal to you. You also have a $0 plan fees if you plan it for that feature for the first 12 months of using your credit card. And that is another huge reward for this card. So moving on, we have the second card here, which is the Bank of America Customized Cash Reward Credit Card. And this is a credit card that's generally recommended for a credit score of 670 to 850 again. So if you have a pretty decent credit score, this may be a good option for you to weigh in. So This one, as opposed to the previous card I just mentioned, has no annual fee or expiration on rewards. So if you want to maximize the rewards as well and not have to pay annual for a credit card, this is a great option for you. And you're going to have a 0% intro APR for the first 15 months. After, the APR will generally be about 13% to 23%. So the APR is a little on the high side, but like I said, you're not paying that annual fee either. So you also earn 3% cash back on all rewards, which, yeah, it's not 5% like the previous card, but once again, you're not having to pay that annual fee, which is a huge money saver for you. And you can choose the best category for your flexible cashback as well. So if you want to use this, say, for gas, maybe that's a good category for you to consider when applying for this card. And like I said before, another important factor that I must reiterate, $0 annual fees. All right, so moving on to the third most common credit card, it is going to be that Wells Fargo Active Cash Card, which, like the previous two cards, is going to be a credit score of 670 and up. So once again, you kind of need that good credit score to qualify, but this card has unlimited 2% cashback earned rewards on purchases. Another really big pro to this card, and a $200 intro bonus if you spend $1,000 within the first 3 months. So it's to consider, if you have a pretty high credit limit for this card, that is something you may want to consider. But if you're going in with a pretty low credit limit, you want to keep in mind that 7% utilization rate goal there, because this could easily trap you into credit card debt if you're not careful. So make sure you read the fine print there. So like previously stated, with the last card I mentioned, this card has a $0 annual fee. So if you're still hung up on that annual fee from the first card, this is another great card to consider.